Hey everybody! Welcome back to probably the most strained introduction to an Isaac episode ever. I'm Northernlion. We're doing fine. Just a little under the weather. As mentioned in a previous daily though, this is the day that I feel better than I sound. Oh no. Until at least very recently. You know what? As a knife is sharpened by steel, we shall be sharpened by the conditions of this run and the character we were forced to play. G3BRWZE2. Let's get down to business to defeat this run. Have they sent me Keeper when I asked for Samson? I'm kind of a poser. Like, I don't really like Mulan. Came out when I was old enough to be like, Disney movies aren't cool. You guys, you're probably missing out on that era right now because Disney's coming out with like non-stop hits, like bangers day after day, but in my era, it was a little bit more somewhat dubious, I guess. You know, where I was young, quite young, during like the Aladdin Lion King days. And then they got into like, you know, the Road to El Dorado and stuff like that. I'm not saying those are bad, but it was a little bit of not like the golden era that it is right now. Oh my god. It's an incredible assortment here. And then they really picked it back up. I mean, I'm basically judging the careers of like, you know, thousands of people based on my knowledge of it as a 10-year-old, but that's okay. Now, data miner on a keeper run, there are some things that even a zany man can't aspire to. Here's the deal. I want to get into the curse room. That's, like, extremely good. But I would also like to reroll our item room item a little bit more. We can't take spacebar items, at least not long term. I will open this golden chest back here. I'd like to get 2 bombs here. If we get 2 bombs, I'll go straight to the curse room. If I get 1 bomb, I'll probably use it. I think we can afford to take that now, probably. Oh, we got 2 bombs. Okay, so like, let's stick to our deal here. Let's go straight to the curse room. What are we hoping for? Well, a shop that's full of, a secret room that's full of bombs or money would be nice. Money. Not a lot of it. But it's not too bad. Spiders. Take it slow here. Guppy's head. Guppy's head. Guppy's head. That's a bomb. That's a bomb. We tried. Okay, so we don't want farting baby. We want, anything else. Aquarius is like... Okay. I actually think that I can get down with this. Varicose veins, there's something in there. Like, Aquarius was okay, and I thought about going for it, but I was like, we got 1 cent left. Let's give it a shot. And, I think that Varicose Veins is probably better. Man, a key would be real nice right now. Or bombs as well. I think that Varicose Veins is probably better. When we get hit, it's going to do a number on whoever hit us. There's no doubt about that. But is there any way we can make... Like, what if we got Dull Razor? Would we actually consider using Dull Razor instead of the Head of the Keeper? Or sorry, not Head of the Keeper, you know what I mean. I don't think we could, but Growth Hormones is still good here. I'm trying to, like, theory craft in my head. How do we get Varicose Veins to pop off on a character that we don't want to lose HP on? And it's not a super easy decision to make because we also need to keep our spacebar item in all likelihood. To have a great chance of winning, we probably should keep it at least. Small Rock would be beautiful here. What? Okay, that's on me, 100%, but still, like, come on. Work with me here. I have faith here. On the runs that we've done recently, we've done very well. And we've done so without the use of Mom's Knife, which has showed up, and I said, no, charlatan! Get your lies out of my Isaac-related household. It's the same pill. Okay, so it obviously didn't work out for us, but we could afford to take it. Because if it was a health downgrade, we would still... By the way, our deal with the devil chance is fucked, but that's completely okay. If it was a health downgrade, we could just get our health back up. If it was bad trip, we can get our health back up, etc., etc. Losing our deal with the devil chance is bad, because things like 9 lives would be amazing. We still have a small chance, of course, but things like 9 lives would be amazing, or at least quite useful. So you know what I'm thinking here. What if we get an IV bag? Does IV bag give us enough to justify? Just give me You got me thinking. You got me thinking now. Okay, what do we got here? Now we might as well see if we get a deal with the devil, because if we get a deal with the devil, the map is fine. If we get a deal with the devil, we can take that and then get back to full HP. Now, I don't think a deal is high priority, or not high priority, sorry, but rather a high percentage, but still. It's also a speed upgrade no matter what, so we're not going to feel the burn of the speed downgrade. I'm just going to keep looking for consumables here. You know, boss rush is very secondary on a keeper run. And I'm starting to see that we've got tools that wouldn't otherwise be available to us here. God, I hate having shit luck as the keeper. Why does this character need this bad of luck as well? On top of everything else going in the wrong direction. Now, do you go shop or do you go item room? I think I'm going to go item room, as you can see. You have to take the Nun's Habit. It's a wonderful choice. And I know I wanted the bomb. I wanted a lot of stuff in there. But the Nun's Habit is beautiful. So we actually still have a key. I don't know if that's my brain breaking on me, but we'll use that, of course. Didn't have to use a key to get into our shop. That's a good amount of money right there. 12 cents. Get a bomb. Don't blow this guy up. I don't want his money. Wait, yes I do. Blow this guy up and then buy this bomb as well. This is still fine. Oh, that was very dumb. But this is still fine because we have, well, no, is this fine? Now I'm starting to think about it. And I'm like, this might not be fine. It's not necessarily bad. But there's no pennies on the ground. So do I want to... I'll tell you what I'm going to do first. I'm going to look for the second secret room. I want to get a penny back. We really want Swallowed Penny to do it. But if Swallowed Penny doesn't give us a penny, we're in a bit of a weird spot. I guess we would then use our bomb elsewhere. So let's shoot this. Oh, we got a penny back. Okay, so now, like, it might seem like I've gotten inside of my own head, like I became Professor Charles Xavier or something for a couple seconds there. But basically, I was like, we have like a sweet chain reaction of getting almost unlimited money coming here. We just need to figure out how to make it happen. And it's not that hard, honestly. Like, as you can see, just by doing this, effectively, money should be no object. We're doing this to hopefully get our luck up. And getting another blood bag wouldn't really matter that much. Come on. Child's Heart, I don't think we care about. Getting another blood bag doesn't matter that much. It's just a speed upgrade. Look at how many whiffs we're getting in a row here on the wooden nickel. At least some of them are paying out with the... Some of them are paying out with nickels themselves, though. Alright, now we're beating the odds. So this is a very boring way to handle this run. This is the way I'm going to choose to handle this run. For now, we want lucky pennies. We want money. We might want IV bag. I'm still trying to think about how, like, varicose veins plus IV bag could, like, possibly work out for us. And to be honest with you, I don't have a good answer for that question. But what I do know is that this is what it takes to win a keeper run. It takes... You know, everybody wants to think that they gotta be Bam Margera, but you don't have to necessarily be a thrill seeker. Sometimes you just gotta be, you know, you just gotta do the work. You gotta show up. So now we can play this guy, use this, grab this, play this guy, use this, grab this. And you see my play here. We've stored up so much money, and we haven't taken it, which means that I have more plays that I can use on this Demon Judgment to try to create an actual item that could be worth something for us here. We got another Temperance card. This is going to be like a 20-minute floor. And I say that with only like mild exaggeration. This could actually be close to a 20-minute floor. So we get the Virus, which takes us closer to Spun. Well worth it, I might add. Then we're going to go back into this little song and dance right here, because there's really no reason not to. And again, we're still oh, I almost messed that up a little bit. We're still holding out hope for like a deal with the devil here. And a deal with the devil gives us a lot of value. So I think no matter what, we can probably take one of those right now. And now we're up to 33 cents. Was there anything in our By the way, like, why not just use... Oh, that's why not. Forgot about that. Well, I'll tell you what. Blow this gentleman up here. No pennies, huh? Okay, well, you know... Let me just go see what's in the shop, because I've forgotten at this point. I forgot that as the keeper, IV bag doesn't give you pennies every time. So that was reckless. I was thinking, like, why don't we just spam it for unlimited pennies? But yeah, that ended up being reckless, for sure. So we should take this, and I think we should take this. We got champion belt and fanny pack. I think we should blow this up, and I don't know what we're looking for, but car battery is so good. There's gotta be a way to make car battery happen here. And it's at great personal risk. It's like, what happens if we come in here? I think we should try it. You might say, NL. Little nervous? Little nervous, buddy? I don't even know what that word means. Nerves. What are nerves? This floor has actually given us a lot. And I've almost squandered it twice by being very silly. Even just the speed upgrades from the blood bag would have been, like, decent. To get, you know, champion's belt and other great stuff along with it is obviously even better. Okay, so now that we're at 12 cents, we're just trying to find a way to get to enough money to get car battery, which seems like it could scale into something ridiculous for us. And there we go. So there's a lucky penny, and we're going to be able to buy car battery. It's a 10-minute second floor. But you know what? Money and time well spent. So car battery now allows us to get 2 plays of the wooden nickel, which gives us only, assuming they're independent, it gives us only a 25% chance of not getting a penny every time we use it. And then beyond that, we also have Nun's Habit, so that every time we use the penny and then we get hit, we get another charge. So I'm not yet saying that we're, like, guaranteed to win, because that would be false and ridiculous. Also, there's our 25% chance coming through in the clutch for us, but I'm not yet saying we're guaranteed to win, because that would be ridiculous, but I think we're in a good spot. We did not get a deal with the devil. We will take Old Bandage. We should go back and take the blood bag, because I do want the speed upgrade. And really, I just want to say thank you to this floor. There were a lot of, like, we came down to this floor without much in the way of consumables, hadn't really improved our run altogether that much, and we got, I mean, the map, the Nun's Habit, X-ray goggles, the virus, 2 blood bags, champion belt, fanny pack, car battery, and Old Bandage, all in very, very quick succession. So it's a pretty ridiculous turn of events. It's one of the strongest second floors I think we've ever, or one of the strongest floors, period, we've ever had as the keeper. Now, we can still royally mess this up, but I'm pretty pleased with the way that we handled that. That could have been a much more dire situation, and we managed to handle it fairly well. Extremely unfair. We got boxed in there. So does car battery just not... Now you got to ask yourself, you know, does car battery just not work with wooden nickel? Because we didn't get a payout there. The only way I'm going to believe that it does work is if we get 2 coins. I see no, like, conceptually, why should it not work? But I want to see it actually work in action before I, you know, write off, or write it on like that. Okay, we got 2 coins. It totally works. Disregard. Okay, that was good. Another reason why car battery is going to be good. You know, we don't have to compromise our dodging 100%. I was like, I'm going to get hit there. But I could probably dodge into 1 coin and maybe escape. Ended up being a smart decision, I think. Alright, and here. GB Bug is fine. We do have a 100% deal with the Devil Chance for now. I thought that this might have a chance to be an item room up here. Obviously it's not, but it's still okay. We're gonna start to not explore everything, because as much as full exploration, you know, can definitely benefit us, don't get me wrong, it also amplifies the danger factor here. The wafer doesn't do anything for us right now, but it's possible that we'll respawn as another character later, and we'll be happy to have the opportunity to survive. What What, though? That coin turned into chemical peel? Am I losing my mind? People have been asking me that lately. Not in a serious fashion, but you know, you post an Isaac video, it's labeled as a mod spotlight, it turns out to not be a mod spotlight. It's just a mislabeling. People go, oh my god, is NL okay? This is like the start of, this is the second act of a movie about like early onset dementia or something like that. I'm fine, I got a belly full of Dayquil, man. Cut me a little bit of slack here. Obviously I took chemical peel, but we're gonna take Sack of Sacks because it's great, and again, anything that gives us a greater opportunity to get money here is valuable. 2 of Hearts, probably not worth too much. The Lover's card just gives us flies. It's actually pretty good in the whole scheme of things then. We got 1 luck. I don't think that's enough to really go and play those things, but if we can throw down 1 bomb, probably get a lot of value out of it. Alright, so we're actually in a very, very great position right now. I would love to get our deal with the devil to actually pop here, just because there's so many deals that are actually completely fine to take. So there goes our deal with the devil chance, by the way. But there's so many deals that are completely fine to take. Well, there's 9 lives. And then also Judas' Shadow. There's probably some 1 heart deals we considered going for as well. 2 of Diamonds, actually very, very good as well. Almost done with this floor, obviously. Try to leave some money hanging around for a rainy day. Almost screwed yourself a little earlier there. We should use a bomb to check. I don't think we need the poop advantage here. I'm gonna keep 2 of Diamonds, and then I'm gonna get rid of 2 of Clubs. So basically I just picked up 2 bombs for the cost of a bomb, which is a great deal, although we probably missed out a lot on opportunity costs there. And finally another 2 of Clubs. Who's laughing now? Pestilence will give us a cube of meat, and a cube of meat is not unadvantageous, but certainly, you know, this is not typically the kind of character we want to play aggressively as. We've got an 11% chance of a deal with the devil, so I messed it up again by taking damage there, but maybe this is protecting me from myself, and we should be happy about it, because we're going to head down to the next floor here, way behind schedule for boss rush, and that's good, because again, maybe it is important to protect me from myself on this run. I got like a pretty flyer, probably our new orbital, I suppose, saved me there. I was finding myself in a bit of a dicey position. Alright, so there goes our deal with the devil chance again. But you know I love arcades. So we're going to pop that, go back, grab this. Especially with Fanny Pack. We really are going to enjoy the arcade situation. Don't forget about Car Battery, which is also obviously like exceptionally good for us. The only thing that stands in our way at this point is, I mean, getting it twice on a room will kill us. I mean, that's obvious, but, is accidentally walking into this thing without picking up a coin. Which, it's sad that I have to equate that as, like, my most likely way of taking damage. Or taking, like, lethal damage, but... Okay, clean this up a little bit. Like, we don't have a judgment card, so we're not too worried about this. How do I feel about using this 2 of Diamonds? I don't really care about using it 100% optimally. I obviously care about making sure that we don't completely waste it. I don't know what I even want here. Like, I guess just the maximum number of money is pretty good. Can buy whatever we want from the shop in the future. But I mean, I'm kind of hoping like Lucky Pennies will show up. Fanny Pack will give us enough bombs and keys to never have to worry about it again. Another blood bag for another speed upgrade. Where are we getting all these flies from as well? Have we just been carrying those for a while? Or, you know what? I wonder if those are the red hearts that we probably would have gotten if we'd actually not been the keeper. Those are probably the red hearts that Fanny Pack's creating for us, or spirit hearts even. I mean, that was good. You can't really complain too much. We're up to 88 cents with a 2 of Diamonds, so basically we can buy 2 items for free on this floor. We could go to the curse room, but it's very, very scary. I don't know if it's the right idea. You might be wondering, hey buddy, why you just leaving? You got a blood bag back there. There is a chance, albeit small, that we could get a devil deal. I thought maybe it would be more remembering, more memorable. There we go. That's the word. If you saw that it rhymed. That might not be the case. It might have just come across as pithy or silly instead. Well, we got many special rooms still available here. I'm still shocked that we seem to be getting, like, no coins. I'm not saying substantially more than 25%, but, like, more often than I would think is likely. But maybe that's just, you know, I have an innate bias there because I would really like to get coins on every single room. 50% of the time, we should get... Wait a minute. Now I'm running through the math in my head, and I'm like, did I royally fuck this up from a perception standpoint? It's 50-50. So, what are there's 3 possible outcomes. 1 coin, 2 coins, and 0 coins. 25% of the time we should get 0 coins. 50% of the time... Sorry, 50%... Whatever, where am I going here? 25% of the time we should get 0 coins. It's a 1 in 4 chance. 50% of the time we should get 1 coin. Because either of the rolls pays out, the other one doesn't. Sure, I mean, we'll take Mom's Eye. It's not very meaningful. Oh, but Skinny on Mushroom's pretty good. And then the other 25% of the time, we should get 2 coins. Okay, that seems correct. Assuming everything is, you know, on the level as far as probability goes. But if you combine that with the extra power from the nun's habit of being able to get multiple rolls, at least if the first one does give you some sort of coinage, I think that drastically increases our chances of success. And Fanny Pack could give us coins. Sack of Sacks, I'm hopeful that it's not coin bereft. That was obviously, like, I didn't mean to pick that up, but we made it through. 36 Devil Chance. We did it, and we got HP anyway, so this is pretty solid. Keep using Justice just for other consumables. It's not Krampus, but it's also just pretty bad. Alright, well, we will take Crackjacks to try to get a trinket, and I don't know if that trinket is better or worse, but we will then go back and we'll grab the blood bag. Should take us to 2 speed. Is it worth even walking back for a 0.07 speed upgrade? Look! Nobody tells me what I can or can't do, okay? What if we tried to get a little aggressive here? So we tried something like, oh, okay, you know what? I'm thinking maybe we're not going to do that. I had big plans about a second and a half ago. Nah, I'm done. Let's get out of this floor. Remember, you're playing as the keeper here. You don't need to be this coy. You don't need to be this cheeky. Let's see what Roundtable's saying. Docket PAX East impressions. Talking about Zelda. In a nutshell, young men would rather live an alternate life through video games these days than live their actual lives. That seems like needless hand-wringing from an older generation ignorant of what a hobby is, but, you know, far be it from me to suggest that. That's not someone from Roundtable saying that, by the way. That's an article that was linked in the Roundtable chat that we've got going on. I don't think that's wholly true, you know? Young men would rather live an alternate life through video games than live their actual lives. Gotta tease out that sentence a little bit. I mean, it implies, like, if you're playing video games to the extent that it's, you know, it shirks your real-life responsibilities. I mean, that is like a misnomer, right? Because everybody, oh, we should definitely fight here. We get a strength card we could use on a deal with the devil, which we probably won't get, but either way. Every hobby, to some extent, shirks your real-life responsibilities. You know, you could always be working more. You could always be spending more time with your family. Everybody knows that. So to some extent, you know, a hobby is you time that you're selfishly taking for yourself. But if it's like, you know, if you lose your job because you're playing Fallout, that's a bad sign. That I would tend to agree with the thesis of the article for that individual in that situation then. But I think for the most part, you know, people are fairly balanced in their video game playing. If anything, I think it's gotten better. You know, video games are so mainstream these days that, by the way, I just want to point out, it's great that we can have this discussion on a keeper run. It's a good indication that this keeper run is actually in a pretty good spot. But, yeah, I mean, I meet people who are extremely well-balanced, play video games all the time, you know? I mean, obviously, I've got a horse in that race because I play video games all the time as my job, which is very weird. But, I don't think that, I don't know. I need to read the article. Maybe it's one of those things where, you know, the headline kind of betrays what's actually in the article. It's just, the headline is the clickbaity part, and then you actually read the text and you're like, okay, it's a well-reasoned approach. Obviously, there have been situations where people have, like, literally died in PC cafes and stuff like that, playing too much StarCraft. This is a little macabre, but, like, when that happens, you're like, okay, first off, that's sad. There's some sort of, like, underlying issue obviously going on there. If you literally are so addicted to StarCraft, you can't stand up to, you know, get a glass of water, go to sleep, take a shit, etc., etc. That's a sad story. You guys are my fans, and I'm saying that to you as well from a place of love. If you've ever shit yourself as an adult because you were too into a video game and you didn't want to stand up, that's bad. You gotta nip that in the bud, dude. The more you feed that instinct, the more it's gonna, you know, come back to bite you in the ass. And that wasn't really meant as pun intended here. You know, there's obviously some sort of, like, underlying issue there, but you gotta think as well, like, the dude who died playing StarCraft in the PC bong, you know, the PC gaming room, you think, like, if there is, like, an afterlife and he saw StarCraft 2, he's just like, well, fuck. I could have at least waited! Look at how good that looks! Genuine, like, esports phenomenon for, like, 6 years. Maybe not. Maybe he's just regretting it, but... I think there's a David Cross joke like that that's like, it's gonna be weird if I get up to heaven and, like, I have a PlayStation 3. This was, I mean, it was not an ancient joke, but it's old enough that it was a PlayStation 3 in it. And, you know, there's a young Victorian, like, Dickensian child there who's like, you know, do you want to play cup and ball? This is the height of entertainment from my era. I'm paraphrasing it and ruining it, but that's okay. Alright, so we have a Joker card, which is weird, because if we could get a strength card, which we already have, sorry, if we can get something to hold a second card, we can bring a strength card into our deal with the devil, and then actually take something. We might also get a deal with the angel, though, so I think we definitely, one way or the other, should pop it on this floor. I want to point out as well, this is like one of the slowest keeper runs I've ever seen. It's a good thing, like the run is going well. Alges is great, by the way, but it's got to be item room and shop here. Callus? Tempting. Not going to stop me from taking damage from walking into a fire, though. So Proptosis is our game-busting item. It oftentimes feels like... No, thank you. It oftentimes feels like you're just waiting around for, like, an item to show up that gives you the tools you need to win. By the way, that's bullshit. We found it. Proptosis can be that for us. So we're going to take the Joker card. We didn't get, like, deep pockets or anything, so we're just going to use this. It is an angel room, and it's void, which is bad. We can't actually suck it up. I mean, we could suck up our item, I mean. But sucking up the wooden nickel is not very good. We want to be able to use it every room. More than once per room, ideally. Okay, so we're just moving on to the depths, too. I think we've held it together on this floor, and the Proptosis pickup is enormous. Like, actually extremely good. One of the best damage upgrades in the game, and that's pretty much what we needed if we were going to have a genuine chance at cracking this run wide open. The run has been good from a utility standpoint, great from a utility standpoint, if I'm being honest with you, but we are lacking in the damage department. By the way, we totally whiffed on actually getting any value. Spun? No, because we have two of the same syringe, but okay. A second virus, you know, who knows? Maybe there's some sort of value there in a way that I can't possibly conceive of. We, whiffed on getting any value out of 2 of diamonds, but it doesn't matter because we have unlimited money. You know, rules are made to be broken in this case. And if we could, like, have this be the capstone to our miniature, like, 5 streak here. To be able to, just keep ourselves alive here on a keeper run until the game gave us the tools to take over the kingdom. That'd be exciting. We do have a good deal with the Devil Chance right now as well, so I'm still like, I'm holding out hope that maybe we'll find a strength card at some point and we can make like a brimstone deal happen. This is the run where, like, you know, we got Mom's Knife on the last 3 runs or 3 of the last 4 runs. Give me Mom's Knife on this run as well, you know? I don't think you're gonna regret that. I'll take it on this one. Triple shot Mom's Knife does not bother me. With Proptosis, God Mad Weapons 2, ain't trying to hear that. Bad. Now, one of these guys was invisible, so it was an even dicier situation than might have originally appeared. I didn't realize with Mom's Eye, we don't actually get triple shot out of the back. We only get the 1 shot. We done? What? Dude came out of nowhere. I mean, he was invisible, but I actually was looking for the invisible enemy and just didn't catch him in my peripheral, I guess. Yep, that was bad. That was bad. I almost walked right into that enemy there. Okay, so sometimes this is a precursor to a tilt. Don't let this be your tilt. Still trying for luck upgrades if they exist. Don't let this be your tilt. You're in such a good position right now. The big deal right now is if we come across a room in which we get a 25 and then 25. So basically, why did I even shoot that? I mean, I thought maybe it could crack open those skulls or something. The 25-25 is when we get the bad 25% chance twice in a row. So if we get, you know, no coin, no coin. That's where our life becomes a serious problem. Sack of Sacks is giving us mad batteries, I think. We still want to go to our shop as well. Like, we have so much money we haven't been able to make do with or make anything happen with. Alright, Outbreak is pretty good. Contagion, whatever. And if we can spread that contagion amongst the enemies, rooms that are full of small enemies are going to be no problem whatsoever. Like, as you just saw right there, once you get past the tipping point, you're, like, completely safe. So many Wheel of Fortune cards, dude. Converter does nothing. Piggy Bank might actually do something. I think we had the chance to buy this earlier, and I said no to it. That was stupid. We should have absolutely taken. Okay, just make me Guppy. That's a good start. It's a bomb, actually. That's spiders. It's another bomb. Pills. Wow, that was really, really bad. I think we're going to donate because we can, because it makes me feel good on a keeper run, and because it allows me to bleed off a little bit of this Are You a Wizard penalty. So, you know, I feel good about our, you know, giving back to the community in that situation. And we're going to go fight Mom. It's no joke. We want this battery charge because I stupidly spent a little bit, or I spent our last battery charge on that pill room that was no good to begin with. See if we can get a card that might be useful at least temporarily. No such luck. And we are shooting straight here. Okay, so we're ready to go. First one paid out for us. The real value of wooden nickel right now is fuel. If it pays out with a with money, no, I'm not going into that portal. If it pays out with money, then we get another crack at the wooden nickel. So basically, we get to stay in a holding pattern for a little while, which is useful. And really, that's all this run is about, you know. You don't finish a run like this and wonder, like, oh, where are they now? You know, it's not like a Richard Linklater coming-of-age comedy. We finish this run and we're like, holy fuck, he survived. Now let's go watch something a little bit more uplifting. You know, it's like finishing The Revenant or something like that. You're not like, I wonder what happened to this guy. Well, the shovel is almost tempting. But I don't think I really want to skip this floor. It would only be tempting to get rid of this one floor. And this is a floor that I don't think we want to skip because it's our last crack at getting an item and like a decent chance of getting a deal with the devil. We have an Algiz rune. It's very tempting to pop on this demon judgment here and hope for another syringe, but I don't know, to be honest, if that's the right call. I don't know. This guy's probably going to give me HP, so I don't know if I love that. The thing with the Algiz rune, it's Butterbean, is that it's peace of mind. So if things go like really, really badly, we can then use the Algiz rune to guarantee ourselves we'll survive on a room. I don't know if I want to use that just to get something from the demon judgment, although I'll admit, you know, getting spun would be nice. I think it's maybe better for us to just keep it, and then we know if we make it to Blue Baby. Oh, okay, with 3 demon judgments changes that. Then we know if we make it to Blue Baby with the Algiz rune, we'd be safe. But you know what? I'm glad I held out. We got a better offer in the end. So there's spun. We also get missing page 2, which is at least flies. Some kind of card as well. Come on, dude. I don't have tarot cloth. We gotta finish this up pretty quick. Okay, contract from below. With decent luck, that's lovely. Roid Rage gives us spun, which also gives us a question mark pill, which scares the crap out of me. And then missing page 2 gives us some flies. 2 of diamonds, still hanged man. I mean, we don't really want 2 of diamonds. So we'll start cracking these, looking for better cards. 2 of spades is pretty great. In the end, was that worth it? I have a hard time thinking that it wasn't. I mean, we got spun. Contract from below can be actually like one of the top 20 items in the game, maybe, especially once you get down to the chest level. I mean, we got to get there, but still. Okay, so we're on our boss fight. Important moments. Looking for like another Algiz rune would be nice. A chariot card. Anything along these lines. This guy's an asshole, by the way, so don't let him take you over with his assholish ways. No Krampus, but also no reason to take like duality or just an item that would kill us immediately. So we tried, and we failed. The lesson is never try. We're gonna head down to the next floor here, and we're doing pretty well. It's been a long run. Sometimes that's what it takes to succeed as the keeper. You know what I would actually like, and it sounds a little hypocritical because we just passed it up, but the ability to fly would be nice. Now, it's not totally hypocritical because that was an active ability. We don't really want an active ability to fly because we can't afford to get rid of our wooden nickel right now, or ever maybe, but I do recognize that we had the chance to grab something with similar functionality to what I wanted. If I had to bet, this is probably around the time where I'd say that we have a better than 50% chance of winning. Now, some of you that's going to seem optimistic, some of you that's going to seem probably mightily pessimistic, but I'm not trying to just clickbait you here. I think it's very easy to get hit twice on one room. We've insulated ourselves relatively well. And if we play perfectly, we will win. If we play imperfectly, we might still win. But it's best not to get your guard down, I think. It's like this is the danger zone right here. Our first wooden nickel payout gave us nothing. So now we just gotta hope that we don't get hit, or if we do get hit, the next one gives us like basically anything at all. But that was a really good fight. We gotta deal with the angel, which I'm stoked about. I shouldn't be, but I was. We'll take the Bible just to get it out of the system. And then we'll go up to the cathedral. Another good sign we're getting faster as time goes on. Now, hopefully we exhausted our bad luck there. And it might not have seemed like that was bad luck, but it was. To get the 1 in 4 chance of not getting the wooden nickel to pay out on an enemy that is actually potentially pretty tough. Like top 5 most annoying enemies in the game. It lives. Was a little scary. Come on, Emperor or something. World card. I think, I know where the boss is on this floor. There's like a standard deviation of like plus or minus 2 rooms right now. Like, there's only a couple of different locations in which it could be. So, we're going to save the world card for the next floor. And try to, if we ever have an excuse to bum rush the chest, it's definitely on a keeper run. This keeper run has been good. But we also, like, I want to point out If you're gonna say, like, oh, we got carried on this run. Sure, we did get proptosis. Did you see what we did on the arcade? We did almost die due to my own idiocy. But to milk as much out of that second floor as we did, I'm not saying that's a uniquely Northernlion-esque value proposition. But I am saying that we did really well for ourselves. And I'm very proud of that second floor. We did what needed to be done. We generated, you know, we made love out of nothing at all, as Air Supply would say. Trying to strike a balance between, you know, visiting as many rooms as possible and, you know, not crapping my pants, so trying to get out of here as fast as possible. I'm glad we're picking up these pennies, though. Every luck upgrade that we pick up is giving us a better chance of getting 2 chests. Like, every luck upgrade, this is not mathematically sound logic, but conceptually it might be a good model to look at the world through right now. Every luck upgrade is kind of worth 2 luck upgrades. You know, we got, every time we get a payout, it's worth double. Okay, so the Emperor card is what we want here. Every time we get a chest payout, it's worth double. So you know what? I'm actually going to Emperor right now. And this is the wrong way to do things, but because our luck stat is so high, I want to go through the chest. And I wanna do it my way. And it'll be a little bit more satisfying if we manage to handle it that way. I think. That was bad. At least we didn't go straight into the beam right after that. We also could have used Get Out of Jail Free to fight Mega Satan. Look, once you get a Mega Satan kill as the Keeper, you're already in, you know, you're in Hall of Fame contention. We don't need to impress anybody. I think. And we're not gonna... I would rather fight Mega Satan 10 times in a row than do Delirium once. So we're gonna head straight down here. I want to see what we get as the Keeper. If run objectives gives me Delirium, I'll take it. Otherwise, I feel like you're just asking me to end my run for no reason. So Compound Fracture is awesome. Number 1, halves our range, but our range is still fine, so I think this is great. Purity has given us a huge damage bonus temporarily, and Stigmata, a small damage bonus. So, time will tell if we made a terrible decision. The terrible decision would be, we might as well use those when we need them, I guess. But the terrible decision would be if we died here when we definitely would have won if we had just popped the Emperor card instead. But for right now, I feel confident, feel agile, feel good about this run. I mean, obviously we're extremely strong. If we don't get hit, our damage bonus is going to be ridiculous. I think we're just going to win, possibly like right here. I thought that was going to be the room. 10 bombs, and then 2 bombs. I'll tell you what. Now that we've got a Get Out of Jail Free card, I will give Mega Satan a shot. But first I want to go through the rest of the chest. I want to kill Blue Bay, because if somehow we get a reroll of our run, accidentally, like, I don't know, maybe the aura bonus fucks us somehow. Then I reserve the right to just leave, but I will try to get Mega Satan taken care of here. Unicorn Horn, Super Bandage. Super Bandage at least gives us, you know, flies. It's actually hard to see when I get hit. Like, there's so much shit on the screen that I'm, like, looking for pennies, and I'm like, it's not as easy as you might think. Okay, so now with Get Out of Jail Free, you know, I mean, we should knock out some of these other rooms. These rooms are going to be easy. They stand the chance to give me something that could make it even easier to beat Mega Satan. And we've already done, like, 90% of what we need to do to succeed. We don't really care about getting another blood bag at this point, but we've done, like, 90% of what we need to do to succeed. Just do the last 10%. Sometimes that's the hardest part, but... if we handle this now... should make the Mega Satan fight that much easier. Because we are, although we're doing a lot of damage, we're not going to, like, one-shot every phase of Mega Satan. Also, I can't, like, express enough. These shots are kind of disorienting. Very bright. They're flickering, like, across the whole screen. It makes it hard to focus on enemy bullets that are traveling between them, but... we did go for Booger Tears, by the way. I think it's a great pickup. It's, like, exactly the same payout we just had. I'm not going to do the big rooms. I'm only going to do the small rooms, but I'm not going to use Get Out of Jail Free yet. Come on, you know you got to give me a few more chests. We got a 5 luck. 5 luck is worth it. Burkano. Luck up. There we go. 6 luck. You gotta hook me up here. Nothing. This can be kind of a tricky room. So I think the big advice for me against Mega Satan is going to be don't deviate much from where the coins drop. There's no real reason. Like, we have the range, even with number 1. We have the range necessary to stand pretty close to the back of the fight and still get damage done. So we might as well just stay relatively far away. There we go. Homing bombs and the soul. That's actually very good. Homing bombs less so, but the soul very much so. So I think you pop get out of jail free. Go in here. Pop this. Stand over here. Don't dodge onto the coin. But make sure you're close to the coin. This guy probably will not give us a spirit heart. So Booger Tears doing a great job so far, in case you haven't noticed. Especially with this ridiculous rate of fire. And, well, mostly because we have triple shot, I guess. Our rate of fire is not actually that good, but because we're firing 3 shots simultaneously, it's doing a lot of damage. Again, just don't deviate too far from the area that is most safe for you. I think we're going to get through this just fine. Dude, this is an actually stellar run. Decent enough play, decent enough items, and really just putting on a clinic on this keeper run. We did not come very close to death very often on this one. Now, it's not over yet, and if he hits me with a fat brimstone beam, we might lose the coin in the sights here. But hopefully he'll just be dead before that matters in the least. Yep. Mission accomplished. Great run. I hope you guys enjoyed that one as much as I did. This is one of my favorites recently for sure. If you did, click the like button. It helps out a great deal. And of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.